We hear so much about Queen Victoria being the only child of Prince Edward, Duke of Kent. It's understandable that people might not know that she's not an only child. She had two half-siblings, Carl and Feodora, born during her mother's first marriage. Let's dive into their lives. Carl, 3rd Prince of Leiningen, was born on the 12th of September 1804. His father was Emmet Karl, 2nd Prince of Leiningen, and his mother was Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. He and his sister Feodora also had a half-brother, Friedrich, born during their father's first marriage. Friedrich died in 1800 at the age of 7. In 1814, Karl's father died, and Karl became the 3rd Prince of Leiningen. In 1806, the Principality of Leiningen ceased to exist and was divided between Baden, Bavaria and Hesse. The family still retained Amerbach Abbey. Karl was educated at home before attending school in Switzerland. In 1818, his mother married Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, and a year later his half-sister Victoria was born. The family moved to London in 1819. Karl continued his education at the University of Göttingen, where he studied law, graduating in 1823. That same year, Karl took over the running of his estate and the construction of a new residence, Leiningen Castle. On the 13th of February 1829, Karl married Countess Maria von Klebelsberg and had 2 sons with her, Ernest Leopold and Edward Friedrich. Karl was a member of the First Chamber of the Estates Assembly of the Grand Duchy of Baden, the First Chamber of the Estates of the Grand Duchy of Hesse, and the Imperial Council of the Kingdom of Bavaria. In 1837, his sister Victoria created him a Knight of the Order of the Garter. In April 1842, Karl was one of the first founders of the Mainz Aristocracy Association, which organized and promoted the settlement of German immigrants in Texas. In 1843, Karl became the president of the Imperial Council in Bavaria, serving until 1848. Karl became known for his various reforms and his liberal views. Karl served as the first Prime Minister of the Provisional Central Power, a short-lived German empire. Karl resigned in September 1848. In May 1851, Karl resigned from the Aristocratic Association and retired from public service. He suffered an apoplectic attack in 1855, with a second attack the following year. He passed away from this attack on the 13th of November 1856 and was buried in Amerbach Abbey. Now on to Feodora, Princess of Hohenlohe-Langenburg. Feodora was born on the 7th of December 1807. After her father died in 1814 and her mother remarried in 1818, Feodora and her family took up residence in Kensington Palace in London, the United Kingdom. Feodora studied at home under the direction of Baroness Leiningen. Feodora was eager to find a husband and leave the stifling life of Kensington Palace. On the 18th of February 1828, Feodora met Ernst I, Prince of Hohenlohe-Langenburg, despite only having met him twice before the wedding. They went on to have 6 children together: Karl Ludwig, Elise, Hermann, Victor, Adelheid, and Feodora. In the years to come, Feodora's granddaughter, Augusta Victoria of Schleswig-Holstein, and Victoria's grandson, Wilhelm II, German Emperor, would marry. Through this marriage, Feodora is an ancestor of the Greek and Spanish royal families. Feodora and Victoria were close and maintained a close friendship throughout their adult lives. Feodora visited Victoria when Victoria needed her the most, like in 1861, following the deaths of their mother and Victoria's husband Albert. Feodora was very active in charitable causes in Langenburg, and she founded the Children's Rescue Center in 1830 to help poor and orphaned children. Feodora's husband passed away in 1860, and Feodora moved to Baden-Baden, where with financial help from Victoria purchased a cottage called Villa Friesenburg. Following a serious illness, Feodora passed away on the 23rd of September 1872.